Hey YouTube, Constellar God here. Today I'm going to be showing you my Constellar deck list. Alright, I've tried making this video about like 2 or 3 times. Alright, and people have not liked it very well. Alright, so I've done my research on this deck, and I'm going to repost this one more time, show you exactly how this deck should work. Alright, I'm going to start off by saying this deck is more about range of your monsters. Alright, so you're going to be able to do rank 3s all the way to rank 6. Alright. So first we're going to have 3 Constellar costs. Alright, the shark of the deck, up to twice per turn you can either increase or decrease the level of a Constellar monster on the field. Right. 3 Leonis. In addition to your normal summoner set, each turn you can normal summon another Constellar monster. Right. Next we're going to have 2 Algieri. Alright, we're going to need her because you're going to normal her, special summon cost, special summon another Algieri, special summon pollux, go into a level 4, or use cost effect, go into 3, 4, or 5. Alright. So next we're going to go on to Sheraton. He's a searcher of the deck. When he's normal summoned, you can search out a Constellar monster in your hand. Pretty simple. Right. 2 Siat. Alright. He's the Cyber Dragon in the deck. What he's going to do is when he is on the field, he can copy the level of a Constellar monster on the field or in the graveyard. Alright, so you have costs on the field at the same time, so to say. Alright, you can either increase cost level, decrease it, special summon Siat, or, oh, I'm sorry, normal summon Siat. Alright, copy his level, and then easy. Alright, he's also special summons when you control no monsters and your opponent controls. We're gonna have 1 Rasselhog, alright? This guy does is you contribute him while he's face up on the field to special summon a Constellar monster and face up defense. I've thought about running 2 of these guys, I've kind of gone against it a little bit. Alright, you might ask, why am I gonna need this? How is this gonna help me? Alright, say you have Rasselhog and cost in your hand, 1 Leonis in your graveyard. Alright, what you're gonna do is you're gonna normal summon Rasselhog, alright, tribute him, special summon your Leonis in defense. Normal summon cost with Leonis effect. Use cost effect, either increase Leonis effect to 4 or decrease cost to 3. This is what I mean by range. This is just, it's too good of a deck. It's really fun. Right. We're also going to have Constellar Pollux. Right. Basically, once he's normal summoned, you can normal summon an additional time. And from what I've heard, Leonis and Pollux effect don't stack. So say you normal summon Leonis, uses effect to normal summon Pollux. You couldn't use Pollux effects for some reason. I'm not exactly sure. I think it's a card ruling. Alright. Now for the monsters that aren't Constellar, you're gonna have 1 Veiler. Veiler is almost necessary in every deck nowadays. 2 Cyber Dragons. They're level 5 light monsters, high attack. Why wouldn't you run them? Right. 1 Honest. Right. 1 Brotherhood of the Fire Fist Gorilla. I don't run Bear. I do want to run Bear because, Gorilla's good for backfield, but Bear is just so infinitely better. I just don't have one at the moment, so, this is a good substitute. Right. And then 1 Ghost Ship. You banish a light monster in your graveyard, you can special summon it from your hand. And it's level 5 light monster, so that also goes well too. Next we're going to go into spells. 1 Heavy, 1 Book of Moon, right. 2 MST, 2 Fire Formation 10 key. What this is going to do is all Beast Warrior monsters on the field gain 100 attack. And once it's activated, you can add a level 4 or lower Beast Warrior type monster. Alright, so you can either add Gorilla or Bear, or Cost, which is the Beast Warrior type monster. Cost is usually the best bet. Alright, gotta run 1 Lance. I don't really get into the hype about it. It's a good card. I just don't think it's good to run 3 of, so. Alright, one forbidden dress, just save your exceed monsters. One reborn, one avarice, one duality, one dark hole, and one Constellar Star Cradle. What Star Cradle is going to do is you can take 2 Constellar monsters from your graveyard, add them to your hand, but you have to skip your battle phase. Alright, next we're going to go into traps. We're going to have 2 Compulse. It's really just a troll card. It saves your own monsters. It's just a good card to have really in any deck. Alright. 1 Bottomless. Alright, thought about running 2, but grew lazy with the idea, so 1 Solemn, 1 Torrential, 1 Deprison, right, 1 Exceed Reborn. Feel free to run more than 1 though, because this card is just too good. You're gonna exceed like crazy, so I mean it's not exactly wind-ups, but it ain't bad. Right, and then 1 Fiendish Chain for, Megalos, High Priestess, all that good stuff. Alright, next we're going to get in the extra deck. Alright. I'm going to go from 3 to 6, going up. Alright, so for my level 3s, I'm going to do 1 Constellar Hyades, wind up Zenmains, and 1 Levier. Sorry if you can't see it, I know I'm cutting off a little bit. Alright, Constellar Hyades, I'll go over in a little bit why he's actually necessary. His effect isn't very good, and his attack is decent, but, I'll show you in a little bit. Alright, next for my level 4s, alright, gotta do 1 Constellar Precipice. What he does is, during the damage step, you can increase the attack of a Constellar monster by 1,000. You can either turn him into a 3,400 beater, or save one of your other Constellar monsters. Alright, 1 Cowboy. Not really gonna get into Cowboy right now, he's a good card, but I just think you only really use him when you need him. So, I don't often need him. At least not in this deck. Alright, 1 Star Leech Paladynamo. Good for getting rid of effect monsters, making their attack 0, and if he's destroyed, you get to draw a card. So, who doesn't like that? Hey, 1 Digestro Emerald. Who doesn't like to shuffle their graveyard back into their deck and draw a card? So, next we're going to do level 5s. Alright, gonna run 2 Constellar Pleiades. Alright, what it does is once per turn, during either player's turn, you can detach an Xyz material to basically compulse any kind of card in the field. Alright, so you can compulse your opponent's face downs, attack directly, or you can compulse opponent's monster as soon as they summon it. Alright, gonna do 1 Tyrus Keeper of Genesis. This guy has saved me so many times, so many opponents having bottomless, what if I went into Precipice and Pleiades, and just wasted all that effort. So he can't be destroyed by card effects, and if he attacks or is attacked at the end of the battle phase, you can destroy a card in the field. And during each end phase, you have to detach an Xyz material. Right. Also 1 Crimson Shadow Armor Ninja. It's a 2,400 beater, and it practically saves itself from being destroyed by battle or card effects. So it's essentially in a way better than Tyrus, but Tyrus also gets to destroy a card. Right. Also have 1 Volcasaurus for getting rid of those monsters, you just can't seem to deal with. Right. Next is level 6s. I'm a little lacking in those, however. Right. I run 2 Ptolemy M7s. Right. This is where Constellar Hyades comes in. Alright, so for example, sorry, just give me a second here. You would normal summon Leonis, activate its effect to normal summon Sheraton. Sheraton would search out probably a Constellar cost, just because he's obviously the main part of this deck. Alright, exceed into Hyades, and Ptolemy M7's effect is that he can exceed using any Constellar exceeds monster. Alright, so simply just place him over, or if you want to beforehand, detach, change all your monsters. Yeah, as I was saying, change all your opponent's monsters up to face-up defense position, right, and then go into M7. But you can't use this effect to turn you do this. Alright, what he does though is that you can detach and exceed material to add any monster from the field or either player's graveyard back into the hand. Alright, so essentially you can bring back your Veiler, you can bring back Honest. It's just almost too good. Alright, and then the last card I have is Gaia Dragon, the Thunder Charger. Alright, since you're going to be going to a lot of level 5s and level 6s, alright, you know, just once you run out of those materials, it's good to always just have a 26 beater in. Plus he does piercing, so who doesn't like that? Alright, this was my modified Constellar deck. I probably won't be making another video because I'm almost certain that I'm done with this deck. Please give me your feedback, you know, dislike, whatever, I don't care.